I'm driven towards revenue streams that are passive, and then they continue to reward you over and over again.
Welcome Dan Courier, founder of the People of Video conference happening in New York, which attracts video creators from all over the world. He has a YouTube channel with almost 80,000 subscribers and has had over 5.5 million views on his videos. And he's currently generating, guys, get this, $4,500 in monthly revenue from Amazon videos today. So Dan, welcome. Please take a moment to say hello to our friends out there today and tell us a bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for having me. So over the past 4 years, I've been helping video creators build their influence with YouTube content with my channel, Creator Fundamentals. And more recently, I have been helping them find new revenue streams, both with my conference, People of Video, where they can learn in person from experts across the field, and also with my new course called Influencer 100X that helps them leverage Amazon influencer video.
Well, Dan, thank you so much for being here with us today. You mentioned your conference, you mentioned your course, you mentioned basically two of your revenue streams, but I'd love to know, given the name of this show, given the name of this piece of content, can you tell us all of the different ways in which you monetize your business, your content, your channel? We'd love to hear more about it.
Absolutely. Making revenue streams is kind of the core of the content that I provide on YouTube. It's all about helping people build those revenue streams. My revenue streams have changed and evolved over time, but I have made revenue with my YouTube channel with everything from ad revenue, of course, from paid courses. We've also done affiliate work with a bunch of different companies as well, sponsorships, consulting, just about everything. I've tried it. And more recently, we have used the skills that we have learned as a YouTuber to bring those skills to a new platform, Amazon, and it has just been absolutely wonderful experience.
You did mention that you've tried all of the different types of ways to make money with your content. So, one of the struggles that creators have when we speak to them here at TubeBuddy is that, picking a revenue stream to focus on, shiny object syndrome happening. So, Dan, talk to us about what you look for when considering a new revenue stream to implement into your business.
Absolutely. My mantra is to create your freedom. And what I mean by that is using online video to create a better life, whatever that looks like for you. For a lot of people, that's financial freedom or freedom with your time. And so for that reason, I'm driven towards revenue streams that are passive. And what I mean by passive is not that they don't require work, but they typically require the bulk of the work on the front end, and then they continue to reward you over and over again. So anytime you can find an opportunity to make money that can scale without scaling the impact on your time, then that is a great revenue stream to explore.
Dan, when creators are first starting out, is there a revenue stream that you tell them to kind of consider first versus others maybe later on?
With any revenue stream, there's obviously a learning curve, especially when you're a brand new creator. So one of the easiest ways to get familiar with that process is with affiliate links. Affiliate links are can be a lightweight way to start to become familiar with the flow of how revenue streams work. In an affiliate program, someone has a product or service. You have the ability to promote that product or service. And when you share a link to it and send some traffic to them, and that traffic makes a purchase, you're going to get a percentage of that sale. And that is a really lightweight way. You don't have to manage anything. You don't have to set up a website. You can simply take those links that they provide or are provided by the affiliate, put them in the description of your video, mention them in your video, and you're on your way to having your first revenue stream.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much. You just mentioned passive revenue streams or the ability to create things where at the beginning you do the bulk of the work and hopefully that has a long-term payoff. I'd love to know for yourself, how have you created your own passive revenue streams?
So the great thing, for example, with YouTube, there's kind of two different varieties, or at least two different varieties of content on YouTube. One of which is evergreen content, which is when you make videos on a topic that doesn't expire. It's not trendy. It's not going to turn into yesterday's news. For as long as that video is relevant, you're able to share affiliate links that can potentially bring you revenue. So if you make that type of video and you make a call to action in your video relating to a particular affiliate program that resonates with your audience, then that's going to continue to bring you revenue for years to come without any additional work.
What are the other, passive revenue streams that you've created? Because I do see that you also have digital products, right? And in many ways, that's also passive. You're creating programs and products, digital assets that people can purchase one time, and it's there and people can purchase it. So how have you created those, and how have you started to scale that as well?
All right. So the great thing about passive revenue is that you don't always have to constantly put effort into it to allow it to bring you in revenue. You talked about scaling. Once you've set up a revenue stream, for example, you talked about digital products. I have a website called tubetemplates.com that provides affordable YouTube graphics to content creators, which are my core audience. So when I have the time to focus on scaling, then I can do things that raise that revenue stream. But when I'm working on other projects, like I've been doing with Amazon, that particular setup continues to earn, hundreds of dollars, sometimes thousands of dollars a month, because it's already been established. And with that, again, it was front end work. I worked with a graphic designer. We came up with a bunch of products that were useful to our audience, and we're able to price them in such a way, because you make a digital product once and there's no additional cost other than the, whatever platform you choose to sell it on. And it just sells over and over again, and it never expires. So it's a wonderful way to be able to make revenue with relatively low overhead, such that even when you can't focus all your time, effort, and energy on scaling it, it's still going to pay for itself, and it'll be there waiting when you're ready to head back to it.
One of the things, most creators on YouTube are solo creators, right? They're just by themselves. They're wearing a bunch of different hats. And so one of the things that I know that you do very well is automations. And so that might be a new term for a lot of creators, a lot of people that are tuning into to this talk here. So would love for you to kind of explain a little bit about what automations are and how you are automating some of the tasks for your own business, and some of the things that creators can automate that they may not realize they can.
So sometimes terms can be a little scary when you don't understand what's behind them. Automation can certainly be one of those. How do I automate this entire process? The great thing is, with automations, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Take Tube Templates as an example. That is hosted by Shopify. Shopify has already automated 95% of that process. It's just up to me to drive traffic to that site. So I can automate that process simply by communicating that it exists, giving people an easy way to access it via links in my description. And then everything from that point on is handled by Shopify. So I send the traffic to Shopify. Shopify is going to display the product. It's going to allow them to purchase the product. It's going to give them the confirmation when they purchase the product, and it's going to make the download available to them when that process is complete. All I have to do is tell people about it and then check my bank account.
Yeah, so basically you're just sending people to Shopify, they do everything, and that's just one of the things that you're automating there. Is there anything else that YouTube creators can also automate when it comes to maybe list building or lead magnets, anything like that you've seen?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that you can do, and this is highly recommended, especially for people that are on YouTube, because rather than be at the mercy of YouTube, because YouTube could shut your channel off tomorrow, whether it's valid or not, and you have no way to communicate with your audience. So email lists are absolutely a great way to create that communication with your audience, and a great way to get people onto those. Again, when we're talking about automation, there are websites that will handle your email list. So I use ConvertKit, for example, but there's plenty of other ones out there. MailChimp is a free one that you can use, and they do things like create landing pages. So say, for example, you want to get people from your audience into your mailing list. You can create something lightweight like a free PDF guide. Maybe you did a topic on how to bake a cake, but you're going to give them the recipe and tips in a little PDF format. You can say, hey, check out this video. I hope you found it helpful, but if you want to see step-by-step instructions, I have this free PDF guide. You can get it by going to this link. That link sends them over to a landing page that's provided by the email list provider. They enter their name and email, they click submit. You now have them on your email list, and you now have the opportunity to communicate with them directly as well as offer them more value and occasionally send other products and services that you're excited about to them, so they have the opportunity to take advantage of those as well.
And you're right. Almost everything that you do is automated, except like content creation, right? So maybe focus on that, and then everything else could theoretically get automated. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and the great thing about some of the email providers is they even have things that are called sequences or automations within your automations that say, okay, I want to send people 5 emails. Rather than having to go in and do that, you can literally set up a string of 5 different emails, value, offer, that kind of thing. And you can set it up such that when somebody is added to your email list, they'll automatically start receiving those emails, and you can space them out, say, maybe once a week, get email 1, a week later, send email 2. You can also set it up so depending on how they reply, if they click on one link, you send them to one offer or vice versa. So there's a lot of opportunity there to completely automate the process, and email platforms like ConvertKit, MailChimp, and others can take care of a lot of that automation for you.
Beautiful. All right. So we talked about automations. We talked about email. And right before we move on, I just want to highlight email specifically is super important, because the more you get to own your audience, the more you get to, really go ahead and diversify your revenue streams. And that makes it a lot easier, right? Because now you have your own audience. But with that being said, and moving on, I really want to talk about the TubeBuddy affiliate partnership program. Can you talk about a little bit more about your experience as a TubeBuddy affiliate, and any advice you may have for some of our affiliate partners watching, and maybe new people who are interested in, joining our program?
Absolutely. I mean, for me, the TubeBuddy affiliate program has been with me pretty much since I started this channel. Obviously, I have a perfect fit with our audiences being equal, but it has so many valuable tools that I really think that it is for, if you have content creators in your audience, regardless of what your topic is about, I think it's worth sharing it with your audience. And they have TubeBuddy has one of the more generous affiliate programs. I work with a lot of affiliate programs. A lot of them are one-time deals and their percentages are typically lower. TubeBuddy lets you get up as high as 50%. So they're splitting the revenue 50-50, plus it's recurring, which means that every month, as long as that person stays active and paid as a customer on TubeBuddy, you're going to continue to get that revenue. And you don't see that with a lot of other affiliates. It's usually one and done, and then you don't get credit for bringing that customer on. So because of that, it has remained one of my top 5 revenue streams. Definitely, if you have the audience that is going to benefit from TubeBuddy, if they're making content on YouTube, then definitely sign up for the affiliate program. And then when it's appropriate, share it with your audience. Let them know how you're able to do things, and how TubeBuddy is helping you do those, and then it sells itself.
Yeah, I love that. One of the things that affiliate partners always want to know is, and this is just not just for the TubeBuddy affiliate program, but what are some things that you're doing with your content inside of YouTube to get people to click the links in your description? Do you have any advice around that? Getting people, like, whether it's a pop-up on screen or verbal things that you're saying to get people there. Any advice?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Here's one of the things that I think people may not understand, and especially if your channel's not big enough to get actual sponsors. You can do things in your videos to prepare not only to start getting sponsors and to let potential sponsors know that they want to be they can be in your videos. You could do something like, hey, I want to let you know this video has been made possible by TubeBuddy. I use it for XYZ. I encourage you to use it as well. There's a link in the description below. And I think that repetition really allows, let them know that this is so valuable to you. And it just becomes part of who you are, what your content's about, and people become a lot more familiar with it. And they say, I think it's like, I don't know what the actual stat is, but they say a lot of times people need to see things 6 or 7 times before they take action. So, making it a regular part of your content where appropriate is really going to help you convert sales.
Earlier, you mentioned one of the reasons you like the TubeBuddy affiliate program is because the recurrent revenue factor, right? It's not just one and done. You get multiple revenues potentially from one sign up. And I'd love to hear what are other things, or what are the things that you look for in an affiliate program altogether, outside of TubeBuddy, what do you think are the things that make something a good affiliate program for you to sign up specifically?
Relevance is number one. A close second is it has to be a quality product. I get so many emails of people that want me to sell their product or service from companies that I've never heard of before, and with emails that sometimes seem questionable. So I think having a relevant product or service for your audience and having it be quality, because you don't want to be out there recommending something to somebody that you wouldn't use yourself. I just think that that is going to lead to long term. It's not going to be smart from a business perspective, and it may not be a great thing for your brand as well if you're the guy that will sell anything. So I think that you definitely want to pick and choose which affiliates you do. And the other thing to consider, going back to relevance, is I do Amazon affiliates and obviously TubeBuddy and some other direct from company affiliate programs. And it absolutely is night and day difference when it comes to relevance. People who share things from like Amazon, you're going to get some affiliate revenue. But when you have a product or service that just absolutely aligns with your audience, you're going to do 10 times, 100 times better with that particular program than you are with just general links like, hey, this is my camera, if you want to buy it, there's a link. Those do occasionally bring in sales, but it's the ones that align the most, that are most relevant to your audience, that are really going to do the best.
So before I give it back to Rob, just to want to summarize and pick up on that a bit, is it's not just thinking about yourself, what you like. Yeah, there is an aspect of revenue, but also what makes sense for your audience, the people that are listening to your content. That's kind of like what makes it work for you and for your audience, and what makes it more popular, because it's something that is relevant for them. So thank you so much for that.
Dan, you need to talk to us about this Amazon video program, $4,500 a month and growing each month for you. Very impressive. So tell us about that. I think you're giving me a bit of it, before we recorded, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. So I'm sure that a lot of our viewers and listeners would love to hear about this opportunity with Amazon.
Absolutely. And you might see me light up a little bit with this one, because this is absolutely one of the most amazing revenue experiences that I've had. I started doing Amazon influencer video earlier this year, and it was something that both my brother and I started working on. And it was amazing how quickly we were able to ramp up this revenue. We were able to share ideas with each other and find out what works and what doesn't work, to see how my channel was responding versus his. And I say channel, but the goal of this is really to get your Amazon videos to show up all over Amazon. And once that does, once you know how that process works, then it really opens the floodgates and opportunity to make revenue. It's absolutely something that if you are an Amazon influencer, that is the one caveat. You do have to qualify for the Amazon influencer program. So what I tell people in my audience, because I focus on helping people build, their influence and business on YouTube, that if you don't qualify yet, then get to it, because this is absolutely worth it. You want to get in on it as quickly as possible. If you are already an influencer, you need to understand Amazon influencer video, because it's absolutely a deal changer.
Yeah, very impressive, very impressive. And you have a course that actually helps creators do this step by step. And then you also have a conference, People of Video, where you're going to be bringing creators together. And so we'd love to hear all about that and share that with our audience as well. Where can they find that information?
Yeah, so the course Influencer 100X is the course that we've put together. It's currently in pre-sale. You can go to influencer100x.com to pick it up. Like I said, because we were so amazed by how well this works, we wanted to share it with our audience and give people the opportunity, because this is really the ground floor right now. It just came out. They just started doing this, and Amazon has been bending over backwards to expand this program and find new and exciting ways to get those videos shown all across Amazon. So I think it's just absolutely imperative that people who are part of the influencer program start learning about Amazon influencer video. And I guarantee it's going to be life-changing if you do it right. And the great thing is, it's not as hard as you might think it is to really crush it and make thousands of dollars a month. People of Video, I'm so excited to be actually having People of Video live and in person October 8th through the 10th in Albany, New York. You can get tickets at peopleofvideo.com. We had to go virtual last year. We are just chomping at the bit to be able to get together with all our fellow content creators after the last 18 months or so. So we are excited to bring some of the best content creators and successful entrepreneurs in the video space to Albany, New York live. And you're going to be able to rub elbows and have conversations face to face. It's going to be an intimate audience where you can actually have conversations, learn from the people that are around you and on stage. And we're super excited to bring that to you. Again, peopleofvideo.com to grab tickets. Oh, and I wanted to mention for your show, if you use promo code REVENUE, you can save 40% off your tickets to People of Video. So I hope to see you there.
Yes. Use that coupon code REVENUE, 40% off. Also, our very own Shelly Saves the Day will be on stage speaking, doing a session there as well in person. So we're super pumped for that. Very excited.
Amazing. Dan, thank you so much for your time. And, as always, thank you so much for watching and listening to this interview. Again, if you would like to add an incredible revenue stream to your business, we invite you to join our affiliate program. We link to it in our description. Dan has talked about it extensively, but it would only take a couple of minutes. You will get access to an amazing community. You will get access to amazing resources. I already told you about Rob B. So please make sure to join us. And on behalf of myself, on behalf of Rob Belasavas, my name is Alex Montes. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.